Good evening. This is Simmion, coming to you from the outer reaches of the universe, bringing you energies to support your day and to take you further into the world of your Creator. As we connect, you will feel a slight difference in the field around you. As we take you into another dimension that allows you to settle and hear your own source at the exact time that I speak. As that source comes through, it will almost be an echo, but it'll be in the words that are meant for you and in a format that is perfect for your world. The movement of energies in your field are unique for you as a person, and as such, what you hear will be unique for you to be applied in your life. There are many names for this sensation, and it has been investigated over the ages and can be measured by various instruments, but has no reference to anything. Our presence is measurable, and the signal that comes to you is measurable. But it's best measured by each person individually as they connect into their own world and enjoy the presence that is undefined in any world. As we move in closer, you will understand that each feeling is unique and cannot be repeated without the combined efforts of everyone involved. Each day, you will find a new way of being because of our closeness in your field. And more than that, you will find yourself actually changing back into places that you've thought about on and off over your life. As soon as someone mentions a spaceship, you'll be there. And you'll know the controls and you'll know the people. Each time we speak of anything new, you will know all about it without having any detail, previously or afterwards. It's not about maintaining detail, and it's not about retaining anything. It's about experiencing more and more in every moment, without explanation and without knowing where it's coming from. It's for this reason that we have this two-way communication where each person is feeding back to us and to me personally so that I can adjust exactly what I'm sending to each person. That's a phenomenon that you won't find in all situations, but it's something that you are about to develop for yourself. Each one of you have been told that you will communicate to other people at various levels for various reasons. And in that communication, you will use the field and the energies that I speak about to make sure there is no interpretation, there is no question, and there is no consideration. Your words carry everything, including the resources needed for whatever you say is possible. Each person's authority in this area is ultimate. It can never be questioned. and it can never be said differently to what each person transmits, and it will be received in the correct manner by those who need to know. Those who don't need to know will store it away and read it or hear it another time. But the message will never disappear, and the authority that each one of you have will not be distorted in any way. This is something that has been forgotten almost totally in the physical world. And the need to show authority over one another has been extremely high because you didn't know that you were the ultimate authority for everything, not because you have education, not because you have position, but because you are you. And what you need to transmit and what you need to say only happens because you are the authority. Two people may think they're saying the same thing about the same subject, and therefore one has to be the authority over the other. But in fact, nobody sees the same subject. Nobody can compare. And everyone has their line of authority that they are totally sure of. That line of authority, I confirm, is yours. And it will be supported throughout the universe by everything that is available in the universe. And the energy behind that you can feel flow into your being to secure the long-term feeling of your personal authority in the universe. As we deliver this message, it's recorded throughout the ages. And everyone and everything will understand the personal authority that is beyond everyone's belief. It's for this reason that belief was brought into your life, so that you would not know of your own authority. Belief of any sort tells you you do not have authority. Somebody else does. What you know is correct. What somebody else knows may be correct for them. But what somebody tells you is not correct. Even what I tell you is not correct. Because each one of you have a direct connection to your source that opens up as soon as there's the tiniest suggestion of a subject. And the real information is delivered to you before you even hear what I say. So therefore you know, and each one of you know, that all I've done is repeated what each one of you know to be true, not just in your world, but in the special nature of the mystical being that you hold in your life. Now that we've stated this, it's important to never go there again. We will not repeat it. We will not bring it up again. Because each one of you know beyond a doubt that you must pass this on to everyone. This is one of the major keys in the development of peace in everyone's life. The knowledge that the only person in a hierarchical position, apart from yourself, is your creator. There's nobody else between each one of you, and there's nobody can be. The direct connection is what brings peace. The ability to move from one creation to another, from one part of your being to another, from one dimension to another, and to appear in different planes is normal. And by your authority, you can make it normal again. In everything we do, there is a value system that is held in the highest form, that is much too complex for the physical mind. And it moves so fast in its reckoning that it cannot be followed at any time. But let me assure you, you have authority to inquire on that very thing and know exactly what the standard is for any moment in any day, for you, for everybody else, all individually and separately. And to know in an instant doesn't mean you know in the next instant, unless you inquire again, because everything is moving so fast in such a random manner. You need your authority to bring all that into play. And in the fraction of a second that you need to know, it will be given to you before you could even put it in your mind. So we're now working faster than the human facilities can ever be understood. We're working faster than light, even though we say we are light. We are actually preempting every action before the time that it's due to happen. And so all our concepts of time and matter are not incorrect, but they're useless because they assumed time and space and matter were all in line and all explainable. So with us dealing with the inexplicable, we must act in a way where we can be totally assured of the fact that our preempting is working correctly. And that is done by knowing that you are the ultimate authority who never has to make a decision, who always has it correct and has plenty of time to do whatever you want to make it look like you're doing the wrong thing. It's not possible to do the wrong thing. It's not possible to even annoy anybody else. As soon as you turn that authority to the right channel, it's all gone. When I say the right channel, I mean the one that you know, not the one that you tell everybody, not the one that you say you're thinking about, not the one that you're working on, the one that works. Every person can do that. And the tiniest baby can switch to the channel that wakes you up, makes you jump out of bed, and respond immediately. So you can do the same. But make sure that you're aware that you're no longer in a position where you need the assistance from another human. From the age of 3, you grow past that. And you're in a position where you need the aid of everyone who doesn't live in the physical world. You need the assistance of guides. You need the brilliance of childhood friends. You need the brilliance of the angels and of all those people who appear and frighten the hell out of you sometimes when they talk. These are all the things that make humanity the unique physical character that encompasses a mystical being that is way beyond even their own understanding. So now we've moved past all the things that the world has said you should attend to, because all those things are being attended to automatically. They're being attended to by us, by all of those people, all of those entities, all of those beautiful things around you that change circumstance every minute. Even the beautiful flower that's presented to you changes your life, changes the presentation of the moment and the presentation of the future. So know that none of it's coming from your planning. It's pre-planned, and it's the part of you that works automatically as far as your body is concerned. And if in the complexities of the simplicity of how you work, there is a glitch, that's our job to fix, not yours. And it's not yours to decide on, or even to think about. Just keep going and watch. You won't even know it was there. So everything in your life that you haven't recorded is actually gone. And what you've recorded is a record. But in fact, the power behind everything is your authority. And that authority had been given to belief. And now it's given back to each one of you. Everything in your natural being takes off, goes wild and enjoys itself, if you decide not to think. This is one of the things that we from other places always understand. If it gets serious, look out. Someone will play some sort of joke on you, or take everything away and leave you in another place, so that you can find out and have a laugh about it and see that they've created a world around you that's just the same as what you're thinking about. And sometimes it's not easy to pop out of those worlds, but it happens to all of us. And when you laugh about it, it's gone. When you recognize the being or the person that did it to you, you become totally elevated. You laugh, you enjoy, you even chase the person, even in other worlds. The frivolity of life is with us everywhere. And this is what we bring to you as a memory, so that all the serious stuff can float off into midair or go back into the cupboard where you took it from. When you walk up and say, I'm going to put my serious coat on, we all know. And then you have the focus of all the funny beings that are placed in the universe to change your situation, or even to live it out. So you'll get some very, very serious beings turning up, very serious situations, and visions of total disaster. And as soon as you see it, and you laugh about it, and you put your coat back in the cupboard, it's all gone. The situations in life are not situations. They're games. They're games played by each person, one against the other. And if you can see and laugh and see the characteristic of each person, you will enjoy their lives, because you'll enjoy the traits that make you laugh. And where you thought it was a serious thing, you will suddenly see the humor behind it all. So many of the things in the world that are portrayed as disaster, in fact, are far from it. They've been played out, and sometimes they're above the level of your understanding. But that's only the understanding of the physical mind. Nothing is above your understanding. Nothing is beyond your touch. And that is why you don't touch it. Because you know it's a game that you're not supposed to be in. And so what you think is critical in the world is not, it's critical in someone else's world. In your world, there's only perfection. There's complete authority over that perfection. And there is no direction. Just continuous beauty, exhilaration, fun, lots of stupidity, lots of playing jokes on one another, lots of events to keep you busy. None of it that is necessary. The only thing that's necessary is the amusement, the joy of the interaction, the amplification of one another's field, and the gift that you give to each person every day. The brain will say, what's that gift? but the being that sits behind you smiles and nods and says, the gift of life. So now we're all in a position where we see things in a reality that people have tried to describe. It's a reality where we all exist in all our mastery, with all the energies of the universe that we give to one another to support each other throughout the day. That's our purpose, and that's why I'm here tonight. So thank you. Remember to love one another more than you have ever loved before. And smile at the serious coat that each person puts on each day. Thank you. I am Simmion.